Yesterday, I had a port put in right here in preparation for my chemo treatment. So this video is about that and why I needed it in the first place. So the surgery, I guess you'd call it itself, was easy peasy, very frankly. They did what they called twilight, but I was out. So I remember nothing about that. I was getting settled in the operating room, and the next thing I know, I was back in the recovery room. Boom, boom. So that was pretty simple. The place I'm going to has a fantastic team. They were very careful about what we're going to be doing, how it was going to go. But the next 24 hours were really, really challenging. So there were two places, and I'll show pictures here, so if you're squeamish, maybe you want to jump ahead a little bit. But there are two patches, and those had to stand for 24 hours. The lower one is where the actual port is, and the upper one is where the tubing went inside my body and went into a vein, which really seems creepy to me, but that's what they've done. Like I said, the next 24 hours were tough. It hurt a lot. I really didn't sleep much that night. I could not find a comfortable position, just a very sharp pain from time to time in both places. Just really had a terrible night. The next morning and day, not a whole lot better, although just the distractions of the day helped quite a bit. Then we were back for the follow-up visit with the oncology nurse, and she went over all the things. And then I was able to take the bandages off, and frankly, it hurt a lot less as soon as those bandages came off. So much improved. It's late in the evening now. Hopefully I'll get some sleep tonight. I'm not big on taking drugs I don't have to, which is kind of ironic since I'm going to a whole chemo regimen. But I just use Tylenol for pain. Don't really like a lot of other stuff. But the pain seems much reduced just taking those bandages off. And here's the after bandage look. Pretty good incision there. And you can see it and feel it right here. It's very clearly right there. But the pain is improved. Hopefully the next day or two it'll get better. They say you'll kind of forget you have it after a while. I will say last night it just kind of got in my head that there's this plastic tube inside my body that goes into a main vein. So mentally it was a little bit of a weird night as well. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm scheduled right now for 4 rounds of chemo, and where the cancer is, you're looking at. You can see this this cheek is really puffy. This is all tumor that sits on top of the bone and underneath the skin, and it's growing at a pretty steady pace. You can see it's leaning on my glasses now. There's even kind of a line. So that's the goal, is to get rid of that, and it's kind of in my sinuses and spreading slowly. Fortunately, it's a kind of cancer that doesn't like to go anywhere, as they say. So hopefully this regimen will take care of it. I wanted to share this. If you're getting a port, I'd have to say the first 48 hours are pretty tough, and as I'm going into the next 48 or so, hopefully it's better and easier. It's certainly more convenient for the medical community, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you.